Hello, I'm back. And it seems my Stream Deck has decided to be stupid. I don't know why. I just can't use any of the buttons on it. Fun times. Yeah, I'm back. And I didn't do this last night when I finished the game, so I'm just gonna do it now. Aria of Sorrow. Very, very good game. World, quite good. I like it. It's got a lot of good areas. It's got some similar areas to other Castlevania games, but, you know, there's only so many ideas you can have when you're in a castle. Like, caves, underground bits, above ground bits, an arena, a living quarters. Turns out castles aren't that different from one another. And since they usually go for sort of more realistic portrayal, well, not realistic, but like more believable portrayals of a castle. You know, it can't just be like, oh, vague castle architecture and random shit. But yeah, the world's quite good. It's got all that good Castlevania exploring. I'm a fan of it. And it's still got strange areas like the floating gardens where it teleports you around. It's got the clock tower, as all Castlevania games must. But yeah. I don't know if there's anything too wrong with it, but also I found a channel that has remastered music from Aria of Sorrow, so it's not Game Boy quality, which is just lovely. Big fan. Story, honestly, of the Castlevanias I've played so far, the story feels like it might be the strongest out of them. You actually have characters, the other characters do things, they interact, they brought back Alucard, but fucking they're sneaky about it. There's a framing device around it of, you know, it's 2035, we've got vaguely modern technology, like a handgun. And you got Julius/Jay, who's attached to an event in 1999, and there's things to be discovered. It's still fairly light, as Castlevania stories tend to be, at least on the 2D ones. Just because there really isn't that much space to do a big story, and long, drawn-out cutscenes aren't really this game's style. So, for the most part, it just sticks to, like, small dialogue scenes. Yeah, I think it's honestly one of the best of the stories so far. And as for characters, again, there's actual characters. It's people. You got Soma, Mina, Yoko, Genya, Hammer, Graham, Jay. It's a... yeah, like all the characters feel distinct. They've all got a role to play. Some more than others. Genya kind of just shows up as like, I'm mysterious, goodbye. Yeah, like Graham serves as a nice fake out for a final boss where you're like, he's gonna turn into Dracula, and then nope. Incorrect. You are Dracula. Quite like. Big fan of that. And then because they still need to have a true final boss, even with the revelation of someone being Dracula, you get the beautiful shenanigans that is Chaos. I always love when things go for the sort of like giant being of flesh type boss. It's good. Not the strongest final boss, necessarily. Because Chaos is like... it steals your souls, which is quite cool. So I don't... I'm actually curious how that impacts the fight itself. Aria of Sorrow Chaos. Let's see. Okay, yeah. The statue holding the red orb contains all of Soma's bullet souls and shoots out 3 crystals. The statue holding the blue orb retains all of Soma's guardian souls and transforms into a Russian gargoyle. And and the statue holding the yellow orb retains all of Soma's enchanted souls. It summons a targeting reticle to lock onto him and steal his MP. Neat. And then, once you destroy each one, you'll get all those souls back. I don't remember if you can use the souls whilst they're stolen. I assume you wouldn't be able to, but I feel like I had. I don't know. Oh, that song over? It is. Nope. Listen to this one. I've crashed my fucking thing. Hello? Firefox, please? Can we not be dog shit? Oh, that's weird. I should restart my computer sometime today. Being very strange. But yeah. What was I talking about? Right, Final Boss. Yeah, no. I like the characters in this. They are definitely some of the strongest that Castlevania's had. The gameplay. Mwah. Beautiful as always. The addition of the soul system is just fantastic. Gives another reason to grind out enemies. Because you can get things like, you know, weapons, potions, healing items, armor, off of grinding enemies, but you can also get their souls. And that can help fighting bosses because you can get, say, a new enchanted soul that raises your strength or defense or something. You can get a new bullet soul that'll make it easier to fight a boss. You can get new guardian souls? What are they called? Yeah, guardian souls. Just to help provide... Yeah, like one creates a revolving wall of flame. Or like the magic shield one. So there's a lot of neat stuff. Okay, that. One of them that I can see here is just strength booster. Strength is increased 120%. And that was fucking scary for a second. That meant that it doubled your strength. That'd be OP as hell. Yeah, that... probably not the best soul. But either way. Soul system is fantastic, and it's still got the, It's still got all of the same sort of goodness that Harmony of Dissonance had, but with a more Metroidvania style. Because it has the more a la carte type gameplay rather than the Belmont type, which I do prefer. But yeah, gameplay is fantastic. Just spectacular. Big fan. And the music? The actual in-game music is not the best because of the Game Boy Advance quality, but I think the songs themselves are really good. Because, you know, even just this music, the remastered one, takes those, you know, those good concepts for the music and brings them to life. So I think this might even be one of the strongest soundtracks. If you turn to outside sources. If it's just the Game Boy quality, then it's a bit weak. Much like Harmony and Dissonance, but it's quite good. Big old fan of this. I think just because of the in-game quality on this, I'll say 8 out of 10. The length, the actual game itself might be a tad short. It's really easy to get through a lot of the castle quite quickly, especially if you bother to grind out some souls to get good good attacks against certain bosses. Like getting the blade armor? Disc armor. Yeah, getting the disc armor soul. That thing is huge. That tears death to pieces. Originally, he was a fucking big wall for me when I first played Aria of Sorrow, but this time he got deleted. It's crazy. And, you know, if you find the Claim Soleil, it's not as good as the Valmond Way / Chris Agrim, but it's pretty good. And the game still has the usual Castlevania offerings of a boss rush mode and an alternative character to play as. Harmony of Dissonance had Maxim. Circle of the Moon had the different gameplay modes, like Magician mode. This game has Julius mode. Yeah, I think it's a good length, and it has a hard mode, so you can go through the game again with all the stuff that you got. I'm wondering if you can start a new playthrough on hard difficulty, or if you have to beat the game to access it as like a new game plus type thing. You might. Not too sure. Let me see. Aria of Sorrow. New game, hard mode. Is hard mode limited to just... Let's see, where is Aria of Sorrow? Enemies will receive 20% less damage. Their souls will be easier to get as long as Soma has not obtained them before. Interesting. Oh, and there are some weapons that are only limited to hard mode. Interesting. Kaiser Knuckles, Silver Gun. Silver Gun? Oh. Interesting. The Tear of Blood, the Death Scythe, and the Death Robe. I wonder how that compares to the Dracula suit? I don't remember what it was called. It's Harmony of Despair. Where is... Okay. I need to find... Okay, that is surprisingly not helpful, I gotta say. Dracula's Tunic, there we go. 42 defense, 38 defense. 6 strength, 4 strength. Okay, so it's way better. Yeah. Okay. So it's probably... Oh. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I should go through hard mode. Tear of Blood, does that beat out the... Satan's Ring, 6 defense, 2 strength, 2 con, 2 int. Tear of Blood, 8 strength, or 8 defense, 1 strength, 1 con. Okay, so it's not as good. Or is it worse? No, it's... Why is that... Huh. Weird, that's listed incorrectly. Yeah, it's neat that it has extra items you can find, and it makes it easier to get all the souls, so... Seems like a nice trade-off. Yeah, no. So all in all, the length of Aria of Sorrow, I'd say, is quite satisfying. It's not a super long game, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's got little extra things you can do. It's got a hard mode to incentivize going to the castle again. It's got the soul collecting kind of padded out if need be. And even just the amount of souls is good. Like 112 or something. Gives you something to shoot for. All in all, very nice. As for jank, I don't recall there being much jank. Yeah, no, I think it's very well polished. No jank. 0 out of 10. GG. And still no DLC, because again, we're on a fucking Game Boy. Yeah, all in all, Aria of Sorrow. Very good game that I would happily play through again. It's good. I like it. But is it a perfect game? I mean, I think I gave Symphony of the Night a perfect game. I think the one problem that I have with Aria of Sorrow is that the soul collecting mechanic only matters the first time, but the game will still let you get more than one soul from an enemy. And there's just no point to that. You can get 9 of a lubricant soul, but you're still only going to get the same power boost as the first one. Which is a thing that gets fixed in one of the spiritual successors, Castlevania. It's quite nice to see. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Thanks to, I think, up to the 5th soul you get? Let me see. Of the night, soul collecting. Let me just double check if I'm right about that. Let's see, enemy list, here. Where is your soul? You have a soul? You should have a shard, that's what they're called. Oh, right. Bloodstain makes it so that you can get shards from multiple enemies. So, like, toads both give the release toad. I see. Let's see, where is... Yeah, here we go. Passive shards, which provide a continuous boost at no MP cost. At rank 9, they create a skill shard copy of themselves. And then skill shards are white, which have no limit to the number that can be equipped at once. I'm trying to remember the exact way it works. Oh, and you can stack a passive shard with its skill shard, so that's how you get the extra benefit. But... let me see, if I look at Augment Strength. Oh, and like increasing the Augment Strength one increases your attack speed. So there you go. The shard system is basically just a much, much deeper version of the soul system. That's good, because the soul system, whilst being a massive benefit to this game, feels very tame in comparison. Because it's just, you got the soul. That's it! Move on! Meanwhile, in Ritual of the Night, there's legitimate reasons to try and get more than one soul. I think because the game tries to do something more than Symphony of the Night, and that idea isn't necessarily fully realized, even though I think Aria of Sorrow is a better game, and I'd be more interested in playing Aria of Sorrow again than Symphony of the Night, I don't know if it's better, necessarily. Like, it's very strange. It's not... because it goes for more, it falls slightly further. Because of the shortcomings it has trying those things. But I'm glad it tries, nonetheless. Because those things are very, very good. I'm a big fan of them. I'm gonna fucking remember this channel. It's good stuff. Big fan. By the way, that is my thoughts on Aria of Sorrow. I might restart my computer real quick and see if I can fix my Stream Deck. Yeah, I might do that. Just because I want to have this thing working for what I plan to do next. So I'm back at some point, whether it's immediately or like 30 minutes from now. I might have to have stuff for soon. Either way, I should be back with something. Hopefully the next Castlevania. See you then.